rocking where strategy thrives. Listen, man, I'm gonna let you guys catch up on some of this Tenyi butt kicking, man. We gotta see what's going on. Look, it's all Tenyi. Alright, so we face against a whole bunch of decks. One of these is locked. This is locked because I think we did this. This is like one of my favorite ones. But let's just start right here and see what we got. Yo, make sure y'all subscribe to Stoner Gamer Girl. Man, you don't understand. That Rika deck is beyond broken, bro. Beyond. Listen, we play pretty close in rivalry. You feel me? Let's see how this one goes. Alright, my opponent is making his move first. Alright. They're gonna go for pendulum cards. Right? So I feel when this happens, I feel like I'm facing Yuya. Right? He goes for the level 1 and the 8. Look, just like the show. This is so iconic, man. And he brings out 1800. But this is where it gets a little stupid. I got a handful of Tenyi monsters. So we bring out Hara first. Link summon into the Monk of the Tenyi. Then we bring out Ashuna. Link summon into the Monk of the Tenyi. Had to double up on that real quick. Then we bring out Nahara. Then we're gonna link these two into the Shaman of the Tenyi. That's my queen right there. You feel me? Stoner Gamer Girl. Tap in. You feel me? Make sure y'all subscribe. I'm not playing around, man. Listen, this ass whipping is for the sake of my baby girl. You feel me? Every time I win, that's another subscription y'all gotta give. It's another person that gotta subscribe. You feel me? For every victory we see right now. You feel me? Every single one of them. Yeah, so you know we had to bring out Mula Ahara. Ahara. You know, we got the whole nice little collection. We bring out Tenyi Infinity. Call for Vessel the Dragon, Monster Reborn. It's gonna rebirth Saruya. We bring out the Draco Berserker. Pop the water, get the fire. Card destruction, pop the fire. Right? So now we clean the hand out. Heavy storm, wipe the back row. But we tried to, it didn't work. Right, it didn't work. But we can still pop this card. Think like that. Then we attack, and attack again. Now, shout out to this duelist because they did not forfeit. Most times in that situation, my opponent forfeits. But that was an OTK. We won in one turn. You guys need to subscribe to Stoner Gamer Girl. Look at this person, level 29. Wow, they're level 29 and I am level 22. Okay, great duel. Alright, that's one subscription. Hold up, let's look at what their deck was like. So we can see. Ooh. Is that Fusion Gate? Duelist Alliance? I've never seen this card. What? Alright, so they went really hard for the Pendulum. 2 Regekis, Heavy Storm. They went really hard for the Pendulums. But I think it's because, yeah, so he has every single version of the Odd Eyes. This is someone who watches the series and wanted to rebuild the Odd Eyes deck. I respect that. I respect this duelist. Great duelist. Whoever this is, good job. We're gonna delete this duel. Alright, now we're facing the Malice deck. Someone has a Malice deck. They use Malice and Dark Fluid Dragon. Dark Fluid is insane, man. And that Malice deck, I may have to actually build it because I still don't really understand it that much. But again, Stoner Gamer Girl, man, make sure y'all subscribe. If I win this duel, y'all gotta subscribe again. Tell a friend. To tell a friend. To tell a friend. You heard? Alright, this is Malice. Ooh. Malice is broken. I ain't gonna hold you. Wow, so they're building them. They got a Link 3, Red Ransom on the field, and then they scoop. The play didn't go right for them, so they scoop. I don't respect that. Poor dueling skills. Level 28, and I once again level 22. But again, that was very poor dueling. Let's see what was going on with this. So they got 2 maxis, 3 ashes, of course 3 ashes, right? 2 imperms. This rock monster I was just telling my queen about, Nibiru. People use this on me all the fucking time. Why is it in everyone's deck, man? Why? Why does everyone run the same exact cards? The bubbles, like damn. Are you gonna use anything else besides these weird ass hand traps? I guess not. It's cool though. I mean, I'm not knocking it because sometimes they work. You know, they work, but it's just a little annoying. This right here is it looks like Blackwing. It looks like we're facing Blackwings. I'm not 100% certain. But that's another subscription. Even though they scoop, we still need a subscription. So subscribe to Stone the Game the Girl, man, on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe ASAP. Oh man, this hand is dirty work. This shit right here is disgusting. No. These are those, what's this called? The Evil Seeds. Ragnaraka. These Ragnaraka cards are ridiculous. Alright? Not gonna lie. This is something else. Ooh. Nice. Skeletal Soldier. I really like this card. The aesthetic. And then he brings out the monk. Now this right here, this threw me off, man. I love monks. And then on top of that, it's a freaking grasshopper. I'm a praying mantis. This shit is dope as fuck. So you know we had to go for the field card. Flawless perfection of the Tenyi. It's martial arts at its purest form. The monk of the Tenyi comes out. So he brings out a monk, we bring out a monk. Let's go. Right. Then we use card destruction. Pop his hand. Synchro summon. Mula Adhara. Our monster all weekend because of his effect. Boom. He summons this tree monster in defense. Boom. You pop that. Boom. You take a life point. Take half our life point. Tenyi Infinity to the hand. Then we play Tenyi Infinity. Bink, come here. He ashes it. Boom. That shit gets canceled. Alright, cool. You're still strong enough to jump over that. Bink, hold that. Mula gets to attack twice. So I got no more monster. Bink, one for you. One for you. And then this gets to attack as well. We got in that turn. That shit swaps back out to flawless. It's his turn. That Ragnaraka brings back that damn evil seed. Ragnaraka Bloom. They bring back the Ragnaraka, the evil seed. And he gave me, I ended up drawing 2 cards off my field card, the flawless. So that gave me a little more protection. And I could drop his attack points by 1500 With the wind monster. Nahada. That's what you have to put. Oh yeah, that card that's on the field, yeah. The Ragnar Raker cards. Oh, I counted that. Unrivaled. The fist of unrivaled Tenyi. Dink. You punch that effect away. Yeah, you try to use another one, dude. Link 2. Ooh, that's dirty work. What the? What the? I ain't gonna hold you. Oh yeah, it's getting ugly for me. No, you don't. Who you with? No, why? It was 1500 real quick. Think about to take away all my life points. Stop it. Mind you, the 4,000 I took away from myself. So you took away 100 life points from me. Alright, now it's time to dance. Bring out my king. Dude, hold that. Hold that. No, you're not done. Draco Berserker. Use the effect. Banish him. Get rid of him. You bring out the trap card. The tree defense. We're gonna clone this nigga then. Before we banish him. He might have to do a little scooping, you heard? Yeah. Think. Get rid of that monster. You can't use no effects on it. He targeted it, but it wouldn't work because I used the flawless. I got the field. You can't target my normal monsters with no effects. It's a dub. Banish that, send this card back to your hand. Get my life points back. My attack points. And deck you. Blast the field, my boy. He scoops. He scoops. Subscribe to Stoner Gamer Girl on YouTube. Time limit? What? Whatever. I don't know if they had anything for that. Level 45. Well, hey, it's still a part of doing. Sometimes I lose the time limit too, you heard? So it's still a part of doing. But it looks like I was just going to kill him. It looked like I don't think he had nothing, you know. Plus, all of my cards were protected from everything that could have happened. Anyways, let's, 2 Maxes, 2 Ashes, 2 Called by the Graves, 2 Infinite Impermanence. Why does everyone have to have impermanent deck, bro? This shit is so stupid. You know, but they ran 60 cards, so it's hard to run to draw these cards. This is a good prolonged deck that has a splash of hand traps. It's not that bad. This one is not that bad. I give them credit. They actually have a theme deck and just splashed in some counters to face other counter decks. I like that. That's not like, you can tell the difference between someone who's just trying to play hand traps. So yeah, salute to them. They did pretty good. This one right here, we'll come to that last. Let's look at this. Lord Elmo. Now it looks from here, it looks like you got the branded dragons. I want to build that deck, man. I want to build that deck so bad. I haven't done it yet. I really want my queen to build the deck, you feel me? I think she would like it. Let's see how this deck goes. She might, depend on how this goes. But if not, I think I'll build it because I think it's a really cool deck. So I actually fucked up right there. Ashuna, I could have just normal summon Ahara with Ashuna, and then did my I could have did my thing from right there. But he pops Moye. Moye still drops a thing for me, so I still go into it anyways. So low key, it's like a little bit more prepared. Mula Hara comes back out. We get Tenyi Infinity. Now at this point, what I want to do is I gotta get the fire to protect my normal monsters. Drop his hand. Then the fire's in my graveyard. I can use this from the grave. The field card protects my normal monsters, which keeps this nigga with he's protected from anything as long as I have a normal monster. He plays that, I counter it by popping this and getting rid of his cards. He played this one first, so I know it's important. And that one was face up, so we get rid of that. Bink. Now he played that field card. Now that's dirty work. He did that shit with whatever the hell he did to my card. He turned me into dark monsters. Alright, he turned my shit to darkness. He took away my card. Yeah, see? But then he started burning me. He broke 500 green. And he started popping monsters from my deck. This shit was stupid. Not gonna lie, this is ridiculous. He started popping mad monsters from my deck. I couldn't use my card to affect him. I tried, it wasn't working. Oh god, you know what? Let's just go ahead and try to do a little something. So we go back in for another synchro summon. This time we're gonna bring out the Grandmaster. He got past the first stage of martial arts. So, you know, we gotta evolve in arts a little bit for him. He quit. They scoop. They scoop up. Because too many layers. There's too many layers, man. It was doing alright, but it's just too many layers. Lord Elmo. But I don't respect the scoop. Just let you know. I do not respect it. Not at all. You are not no true duelist if you're scooping. That's just not how it goes. Not in no online matches. Now, if it's a friendly duel, maybe you can get a pass. An online match, you can't scoop, man. They do not have imperm. There's no hand traps. Wow, finally. I think this is the first duelist ever that I've ever seen on Master Duel without hand traps, besides me and my baby, of course. But the rest of y'all niggas, what? I fully respect this duelist. I'm not gonna hold you. I fully respect this duelist. There's no hand traps whatsoever. Not one. Wow. Here, bro. That's amazing. I fuck with that. The aroma jar, out of control. You just had to put that shit in there just for some extra healing. That's a good ass card though, I ain't gonna hold you. But I really wouldn't treat that as a generic card. It is kind of generic, but it goes for the aroma deck. But no, I guess it makes sense. Anyways, we'll get rid of that. Actually, no, we're gonna lock this because this is the one duelist that I've actually seen that did not use hand traps. And I respect that because it's very fucking rare. I almost never see that. As you guys can see, every single duelist we face have hand trap after hand trap after hand trap. It's just a bunch of counter. So if you want to duel with efficiency, you have to have more than one counter. So far we've seen, you know, the Tenyi. Then you see a little evolution. Now you got Tenyi and some Sword Souls. So we bring out Mo Yi. He brings out a token, and we bring out Mula Ahara. That's a misplay because we don't get the effect from Mula, but it's cool. Pop Mula, we link him into the monk. Bring out Ahara. Link someone into the shaman. Discard, bring back Mula. In our turn. Now he got Red Dragon. Red Dragon is a beastie card. That's a beastie ass card, I'm not gonna lie. So he went to go pop my card. I went ahead and just put on my card protector. The soul sword. The earth soul sword. Moyi's out water. Auspice is the effect I negated. Ooh. And then summon. You negated my effects that brought out the Iris Soul Sword. You negated my effects again. Nigga cleared my whole field. Now special coming. The most continuous. I made phase 2. When he thought I was about to die. Now I turned down. Let him pop my card. I could have stopped him just now, but let him pop it on purpose so he can bring the water, bring him back, and pop one of his cards now. Get rid of that nigga. Now it's my turn. I'm gonna pop that shit for real. To quit. He not about to give it up. That's how we do that. You feel me? That's how we do that. Joe, you not supposed to be quitting like that. Joe, what you doing? Hawk to it. Boy, you better stop that shit, nigga. Fuck wrong with this boy. Listen, we do not condone in this man's actions. Hell to the no. Alright, we don't even want to see this nigga deck is like, we're gonna just delete that shit. Alright, let's go to the next one. Bam. Alright, Odin Sama. See how this goes. Oh, I like that. You got the light dual, man. That's pretty cool. I make the light attribute. We use emergence. He uses ash. He ashes it out. Boom. So we can't search. Cool. Bring out Moyi. Yep. Reveal. Bring out a token. Impermed it. He impermed it. You gotta be kidding me. Special summon still, boom. So we got past 2 counters. Now we bring out Mula. We get 3 chain effects. He got 3 cards in his hand. We take half our life points. Draw a card. We get Tenyi Infinity. Activate Tenyi Infinity. Vessel. This guy. 5 health. For the month of the Tenyi. Special summon. Pop both of them. Bring back Mula. Huh. Bring back the monk. The boy is completely. The boy right now is completely protected. He can't do nothing to none of my cards. He quit. That's why he quit. Everything was protected. Every single card was protecting each other. Connection fell. Nigga cut the game off. Now what the fuck? 22. Son knew what time it was, man. That right there, it was no way past that board. The field made sure you couldn't do nothing to my normal monsters. My link monster made sure you couldn't do nothing to my effect monsters as long as I have a normal monster. So you can't do nothing at all, basically. Oh. Fuck, my fault. I accidentally pressed triangle again. Damn, that was just a nice, clean setup. He had 2 counters though. That's the thing. That's why I don't really like hand traps. This is my point. The hand traps are actually kind of corny because he had all those hand traps and it didn't do nothing for him. It just was a waste of time. You know, it was just a waste of time and energy. That was kind of stupid. Let's go to the next person and see if they got a brain. Now, everyone likes to use this card too. The first, that Synchro Monster. I forget the name of that card. Oh, and they also have Sword Souls. And they got something else as well. So that looks like it's going to be a little bit challenging. Alright, so first thing we're going to do, Vapora into Tenyi. Emergence, we're going to bring out Iris Soul Sword. Then we're going to pop Ashuna and bring out Vishuddha. Then we're going to normal summon, Synchro summon, Mula Ahara. So, mind you, at this point, right, we have Ahara in the grave, which can return a monster that's been banished. Right, one worm monster that's been banished. I could bring it back to the graveyard. This card I could banish, Vishuddha. I could banish to send one of his cards from his field back to his hand. I could banish this card to special summon one Tenyi monster from my deck. And I could banish this card to negate an effect that would target a normal monster. So my monster is protected from effects. As long as this monster is on the field, this card cannot be affected by anything that my opponent got. So that right there so far is protection for him. You understand? Alright, let's continue. We bring out my goodness. We bring out Tenyi Infinity. This card right here is also just insane, alright? Heavenly Dragon Circle. This is a counter card in case, at least for me. People use it differently. A lot of people use it to instantly pop the monk and then go into a different strategy with that. Me personally, I prefer to use it as a counter in case one of my cards are targeted and I need to recover from it, right? That's just how I go for it. In most cases. Special summon, boom. Now look, this is what I'm talking about, right? I special summon and this nigga got 5 monsters and put this fucking rock on my field. That shit nukes your whole field, man. Why do people run this card? I can't stand this fucking card. This shit nukes your whole field. So I popped my card. I knew he was going to do that. I took away one less and put one in my hand. I knew he was going to be some fuck shit. Watch this. Damn. He popped my shit and brought this stupid ass shit. But he gives you a monster back. So I popped that shit and put on my own monster. But that's just a broken ass situation. That shit'll fuck you up. But I wasn't strong enough to withstand that attack. I could have left him in defense, the other monster, and I would never took nothing, but I don't know if he had Pearson or what. So we looking fucked up. That right there cleared out my entire fucking strategy. It took away everything I had. But I'll get a random worm to my hand. I'm gonna go for Tyre. We draw another Tyre. Summon Tyre, banish. Saruya. It's negated. But my monster still comes out. I banish this card. And I get a monster to my hand which I can special summon with. And also I can send this shit back to his hand. Now it's time to dance. But the effect wasn't negated, the monster was just destroyed. He imperms my fucking Grandmaster. Are you fucking kidding me? I bring out the Grandmaster, he imperms him. His effect was negated, so I'm able to bring out the Iris Soul Sword. Yes, Lord. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. Yo, so he does it again. Again, another freaking Nibiru. Now, thank you. Bink, come here. Bink, come here. We're not done. We're not done. What is wrong with this guy? Nah, I'm not gonna lie, they was fucking me up a little bit. Say hello. It's time to do so. Yeah, a little bit more. A little bit more damage. We're not done. You gonna scoop or no? Hold up. Hold up. Ready phase 2. Moolah. Back in action. You scoop or no? Do you scoop or no? You scoop. What? Last one. Failed. You stupid? You stupid? Scoop, nigga. What's wrong with you? Ain't killing nothing. Yes, that's how we do that. Yeah, I know. Level 22. They did good, but they realized destruction is not the path to victory. You don't win by destroying shit, man. Sometimes you might get lucky doing that, but that's not the way to win all the time. It's just destroy, destroy, destroy. You gotta have other options. You feel me? Effect Bela, it's a counter card. They got Adhara, alright. So that's only to run the Soul Sword engine, right? And he knows his own deck, and once he also has this card. So once he's seen that this card was out, he counted this instantly because he knows the effect. But there's one imperm, I give you a little bit of credit. Everybody else runs 2 or 3, so I give you a little bit of credit. Or maybe they just don't have enough to make it yet because it's an ultra rare. But they got imperms, they got Called by the Graves, they got Nibiru, they got just a whole bunch of, you know, Ash, one Ash, at least it's one Ash. It's not terrible. This hand is, deck is pretty good. But it's just, why fiend for those hand traps? Why are people so afraid of what the card can do? Just let the card do what it's gonna do, man. What the fuck? It's like, no, you don't do that. You don't. Alright, anyways. Let's go further into the next one. That was an amazing duel. That shit was pretty nice. Alright, now, this time, you guys see a new addition. So it was 1, 2, and now there's a third addition to this. Timing. So the third edition is, we're gonna cancel that. The fist of the unrivaled Tenyi. Because we're gonna use clockwork. That right there will make our entire decks turn into machines. We don't want that. We're gonna use the Tenpai. Right? So, we draw. And we're gonna summon the Tenpai. He's gonna negate the summon of the Tenpai. That's cool. That's cool. Alright. Now, we're gonna banish this Ashuna. Alright, and then he's gonna block all dark monsters. Because for some reason he thinks we want to use dark monsters. So we attack him. We activate this spell, we pop that, and we bring Protos to our hand. Then we normal summon, Ahara, Link summon, bring back out, okay, Tenyi, and we leave it there. And they scoop. Scoop, scoop, scoop. You can't battle my dragon. Because if you battle it, it's going to evolve into the 3-headed dragon. You can't target my monk because I got the Tenyis in the grave to protect it. They could target the other one, but I could also use that to to synchro summon. So another good duel. We can look at their deck and see what they was holding. Maxis, of course. Harpy's Feather Duster. The rest of these cards are, wow, 3 super polymerizations. Like, people are really scared of their opponent's cards. Everything is like I don't want this to happen. Solemn Judgment, you're paying half your life points at its maximum, you're using it twice in your deck. This is ridiculous. To prevent people from playing a card. Yo, and everything else is spells and traps. It's like, how scary can you be? No wonder he couldn't play nothing, because all he had was spells and traps. He couldn't, that was sad. Next time you might want to build your deck a little bit more balanced. Just give me a heads up. It's good to have spells and traps in your deck. It's good to have, you know, different things, but you don't want to be too caught up on just trying to stop everything. You know, that's not really what dueling is about. And dueling is not just about stopping everything. How do you deal with things? You know, how do you navigate? What if some shit was knocked off you? You see my field got emptied a whole bunch of times. So we're gonna start off using the Tenyi strategy. We'll get rid of Heavy Storms, probably one of the best cards we can go for, but we'll go ahead and... Now right there we crashed out. Because we brought back the wrong one. This one does not prevent combat damage. However, at the start of combat, I can bring out one from my deck. So the moment he battles my monsters, they evolve. This is a really nice strategy, right? It's the same deck, it's still a Tenyi deck, but it's just an additional strategy that's been added. You see I still got the worms from the waterfall of dragon souls. So that's why we're using a dragon. So we're using dragon souls, right? You put that card back in my hand, he attacks me. I add this card to my hand, long arm. I bring out the green dragon, who brings out the white dragon. No battle damage. Because I got the white dragon. And then they can't be destroyed. Because of the green dragon. And it's my turn. I attacked twice just so I could have 2 attacks off. It was intentional. He quits. He knew what it was about. I did that just because it was... he thought about to crash out. Level 41 is insane. Alright, level 41 versus level 22. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. Now he did the thing though. Good job, man. Shout out to that duelist. Alright, let's see what they had. Let's see what they was running. No imperms, no ashes, no effect veilers, but there are 2 called by the graves. But it's consistent with the deck, so I do respect that. They might have been a little bit off with that one card. When it's 40 cards and you got 41, it's better that you just get 40. You know, that one card will fuck you up. I'm telling you. You might think, it's just only one card. No. My thing is, I like to go 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Those are my increments. Because it's per hand. You start off with 5 cards in your hand, you know? and you want your card systems to be within a 5 card hand. You don't want it to be more than 5 cards, 6 cards, and then you gotta wait a turn. That one turn you need to wait for it will be the turn that you lose. That will be the turn that you lose. Alright? So let's delete that. Now we got some more nonsense over here with these Tenyis. That Tenpai Dragon is just a little bit insane, man. It's a wild card. It's a really wild card. And then so we kind of have it already in the hand too. They start off Dark World cards. But the thing is, I really don't like the fact that a lot of these people scoop, man. Like I like to just be able to attack. I like to be able to show what this deck can actually do. You know, I gotta speak on what it's about to do because you don't get to see it. They quit before it ever gets to that point. This is nice though. 3,300 attack points. So we got, he pretty much has a blue eyes in the field, right? He just pumped him up a little bit more to 33. The Dark World's version of the blue eyes. Wow. That card is pretty cool looking. I'm not gonna hold you. That staff is broken. Oh, and he's popping my cards. Like he does, man. And he put something on my field. This is ridiculous. This right here is ridiculous. We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to go for an advanced play. He asked me out. Boom. So we synchro summon. Formula Ahara. The Tenyi boss. This is ultimately the boss of the deck. Everything else is just things that the boss can do or connect with. But ultimately this is the boss of the deck. He pops a card, cool. Alright, we're going to have to field card. Bing. Now it's time to run the dragons. He quits. It scoops. It scoops. They know the dragons is gonna keep attacking until the game's over. They know that. Level 34 with the Mirror Force and Exodia in the background. Damn, my boy did it. I gotta give him that. He did it. So he earned his little. He bought that package. Granted, it was only 2K, but I respect it still. I respect it. I respect it. Let's see what's in this deck. Out the window. We got Emperor. Come on, man. Ash, Maxi, Call by the Grave. People just be wanting to have all the powerful cards. Cross out. They just want to have all of the powerful cards in one deck, and I just don't get it. Like, why not make it like a little system? You feel me? I don't know. That's just me. That's just me. That's just me. Alright, but look, I'm gonna just show you guys. We'll take a break from the onlines for a little second. I'm gonna show you real quick. We'll face a Dino Mist, right? We're gonna just clear through this and show you why I love these decks so much. We call it Jira Kung Fu, right? Let me show you how this deck works. So it can work against pretty much any type of archetype. Oh, excuse me. Alright, so as you can see, there's no time limit because we're facing an opponent with story. This gives me time to explain stuff to you guys, and if you want, you can tell me in the comments, and I will go duel people online. Got no problem with that either. Alright, so first things first, right? We want to bring out Tenyi. Then we want to special summon Saruya. Then we want to synchro summon Mula Alhara. Now, we want to pull all of these cards effects. Now, so what happens is we take half our life points to bring out our field card. I mean our link monster. This monster, so like let's understand what's going on real quick so you can see how this deck actually works. Alright, now from this monster right here, Tenyi Spirit Mula Adhara. Alright, now this is ultimately the boss of this deck. Alright, this is the deck leader ultimately, right? So it has 0 defense and 3,000 attack points. Alright, so obviously it's an offensive card. It's not really made for defensive moments. As you can see, the bottom of the description is faded out a little bit, right? Cannot be destroyed by an opponent's card effects. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects, and can make an attack during each battle phase. Alright, so he can attack twice and make a second attack. He can attack twice. He can't be targeted, and he's not affected by anything as long as we have a face-up non-effect monster on the field. Right? This card says that while it's faced up on the field, this is the spirit dragon. Right? This nigga, that dragon that you see, this is him and his own combat form evolved, but doesn't look so much like a spirit. It looks more physical, right? So he might have manifested himself, but either way, this card also has 3,000 attack points, so it matches the power of this, right? Which is critical because you gotta look at how much life points you actually have. You start with 8,000. This right here together is 6,000. There's 2,000 life points remaining, right? But also, while you have a face-up non-effect monster, your opponent cannot target effect monsters for attacks. Pardon me. For attacks. Also, your opponent cannot target effect monsters on the field with card effects, which means that you cannot choose to attack this card whatsoever. Or target it, even though it's already protecting itself. The protection comes from this, but when it's out on its own, it's even stronger. You can't even target anything for an attack. Right? Now, you want to throw a card to the graveyard. Let me explain to you this process. The card we want to throw away is Ashuna, which is its spirit form. Right? Then we want to get Sangen Summoning. Most people go for Tenyi Infinity, so they can extend this combo and go for the Soul Swords, right? But we don't need to do that. What we're going to do instead is play this card, Sangen, and we're going to pop our field card. Because should we draw Tenyi Infinity, we can then bring this card back from the graveyard. Flawless Perfection. So it's okay to get rid of it. We cannot normal summon. Now we can pop one of our cards, right? If he tries to use an effect on one of these cards, we can pop them and protect it with this. If that doesn't happen, whatever monster he summons is going to give us an effect monster. I mean, it's going to give us a normal monster. You'll see. And once we get the normal monster, these guys are blanketed from effects. So they're playing a Dynamist. Once while this card is in pension, you can negate the effect of an activated effect of another Dynamist card you control, then destroy this. Okay. So this looks like 3 to 6, so you can bring out 4s and 5s. But if another Dynamist card you control will destroy or bring out a card effect, you can destroy this card instead. Okay. So this protects one card. But now it summons a card, and now we're able to clone it. And this is where the game begins, because oh, he popped that shit instead. I see. Interesting. So he can negate my effects. I like that. But let's see how often he wants to do that. First of all, let's do like this. We're gonna clone his card again. Let's see if he counters it again. He did. And that's perfect. That is perfect. Well, you see, that's how we end up with the win condition. That card was negated. Why am I not able to special summon this card? Interesting. Very, very interesting. That's cool. We'll normal summon. Activate the effect. No. And then we'll go into attack. Now, these cards take no battle damage. So first, we'll use the fire to attack. And then we'll use the wind. And then we'll synchro summon them. Then this time we're gonna take some damage. But not really. Because I'm gonna bring back the white one too. And then I'm gonna use this one to start wiping off these monsters. Monster number 1. And then now we're gonna mix the green one with the white and red. Now we got all 3 heads. This card comes out, and we make everybody go into attack position. Deals 3 attacks, and this card comes back from the graveyard. Then we're gonna destroy a card. Yeah, we're gonna destroy our own card. We're going to activate the effect to double the attack of one of our monsters. We're going to double his attack. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to play there at that monster. And for the last hit, and with that finale, you feel me? But that's just how that goes. That's just, you know, that's just one of the strategies. It's like a really simple way. For the most part, it's you know, it's one turn. It's a long turn, but for the most part, it's one turn victories. Every once in a while, you find some doing 2 to 3 turns. His hand is wonderful. His hand's wonderful. So look, that's what you do, right? You special summon. Right? Then, right, you go ahead and you link summon. Special summon again. Alright. Now you want all worm monster. We don't got no worm monsters. So you want to try to. Oh, I had a soul sword. Wow. Anyways, it's cool. Now you want to go for the banish. The spell card. Create a Moye token. No, don't use that effect. Then you want to go ahead and bring out Mula Alhara. Use the Moonlight and use the Tire. Tire throws Saruya to the grave. Oh! Not Saruya. I'm thinking of grabbing Saruya. I fucked that up. My bad. I misplayed that. Damn, I overthought that shit. Damn, son. Now the only way to fix that will be using Tenyi Infinity. So I can add this card to my hand. And then what I can do is reverse that playing away by instead throwing a shooter to the grave. And adding Saruya to my hand. Now I can special summon Saruya. And bring out the Grandmaster. So as you can see, it's like evolving, you know. First is the monk, then is Alhara, then is the Grandmaster. So we want see right here we can resurrect the card too, right? But what we want to do is go ahead and add some more damage. Like I said, it's like the card is evolving. This is how I designed it for this deck. Like an evolution, right? Stage 1, Monk of the Tenyi. You see the head of the dragon, right? You see a trail of the dragon's force, but you don't see like too much of the body or anything, right? The attack is 1000, it's decent, it's just enough. It's just showing you that you ready to fight, you feel me? Then it evolves, right? Because there was no defense here, you feel me? We still ain't really got no defense here. But the strength is way more potent. And the awareness is making him immune to effects. And his chi level, the chi level is so powerful, he's immune to effects. But the combat speed allows for him to attack twice each turn, because he's super quick now. Right here, we get a little bit more defense. It's kind of like merging with the dragon. Using the dragon force is cool. That's like having, this is the dragon's force, it's coming through the attack. The spirit of the dragon is behind each attack. But this is like merging with the dragon itself. And also picking up some armor for defense. And a sword that is enchanted with the ability to nullify the opponent's power. We want to go a little bit further still. We'll discard Blackout. Now we could have went into the fire. Naturally. But Cheng Ying with that powerful sword and that horse stance is representing Kung Fu. He's representing Kung Fu. Now, this card is a card we could have brought out instead. Very powerful card as well. I love this card. But this card is a little bit different. It's still beastie though. It's broken. Not gonna tell. I'm not gonna do. She's broken. But anyways, let's go. So we want to deal some damage regardless of that. Alright, this right here did its job already. What else could happen? Local? Yeah, we're not gonna do that. What we're gonna do is play our field. Oh, let me see, hold up. We have graveyard effects. We can summon another monster. But there isn't any monster that we desperately need to summon at the moment. We could summon another monster and link summon for the 2. And resurrect someone. But there isn't anything to go for with that yet. So instead, this is what we'll do. We'll put back up the flawless. Oh, I bugged out. I messed up. Sorry, guys. I was supposed to pop the flawless. The end of the turn, this would have brought it back. Wow. Anyways, yeah. This still is game though. Yeah, I could drop your attack. For any monster that comes out, I can negate an effect that will target this. This is already blanketed with this for protection. Because that's out, this right here can attack twice. Yeah. And either way, even if it couldn't attack twice, 61, 71, 99, either way, it's still dying regardless of that. So let's just attack him. Wait, what the hell am I facing again? Dino Miss? I could afford losing some life points. I guess that's what's gonna have to happen. But we could have easily just attacked without that. I knew I was gonna lose life points, that's why I said that. We could have easily just gone in for the higher attack. With the Grandmaster, double with Mula. Yeah, man, you get this. You get the gist of this. We'll finish this last one just to show you guys, but. For the most part, you'll get the gist. It's just basically, it's a martial arts deck, but mostly Kung Fu, not just a martial arts deck. Let's be more clear. This is a Kung Fu deck that's inspired by the Way of the Dragon. Right? This is dirty work. You understand? I bring any card I want to my hand. The card I want is Tyre. You can't chase him to your big. You can't chase him to your big place so easily. You gonna mess yourself up. So bring out Tyre. And then We got a spell card in the graveyard. We could probably use that. Alright, so now we got Mula. That's always the first move. Mula is definitely the most important card in this deck. So, send into the grave, we're gonna go for a Shuna. And then add it to our hand, we're gonna go for a Sangan. Then you can use a Shuna to bring out a fire, because the fire protects the normal monsters from targeted effects. We use that to bring out the Grandmaster. Grandmaster triggers his effect. Yeah, I'm offline. Who cannot use his effect for some reason. I'm not sure what that's about. But it's cool. We go like this. Activate it. We pop the field card. I can't special summon nothing, that's what happened. So after that, we're gonna leave it alone. Because we got the combo right here. You can break their board with this. So we win on this turn, right? So we add this to our hand, pop this, right? So we're supposed to use Heavy Stone first. I'll take that message. Tenyi, doing some damage, normal summon, Pager effects activate. Shinja. And then we go for the attack. take no battle damage. We're gonna send the dragon right at that nigga. And we're gonna resurrect this dragon. And it could be any one of them. What? The fuck? What? Now he might have some shit. I also want to test the ways of this dragon strategy. So I want to see if even if they're attacking on their turn, if it would still count. But we'll see. First things first, you know, any form of the monk of the Tenyi, Mulahara, this one, any form of this, the same card essentially for me. Alright, so we're gonna activate this stuff, alright. We're gonna special summon. Let's see something. This is interesting. So we could go into no, we got no time. No. Actually, I pay 1,000 money for us to get the field card. We got the field card. Activate the field card. I don't need to use it though. I just set the trap card in case it's the next turn and then we counter with this. But in the meantime, we got the 3-headed one, destroy the card. Destroy the field card. Activate it. Double the drag with the card point. And you turn right there. Then whatever he activates, you counter it with the strap card. If you try to destroy the back row, let's think about the counter traps. Nah, we don't need to pay. Actually, fuck it, why not? Oh, that shit got benched afterwards. I'm bugging. I don't know why I did that. That was stupid. Wait, this shit permanently doubled his attack damage. So another thing you can do is this. You can bring out Protos. And Protos will come right there between those. So I get rid of 3 different elements. We'll take a light, a fire, and a wind. This nigga comes out, and you can pick any type on the field. I have dark and fire. The deck is predominantly fire. He has water, predominantly. So we can say water, and then all of his water cards are destroyed. He stopped the effect, right? So because he stopped the effect, your monsters, look, 5 monsters cannot be destroyed. Alright, so watch this. Damn, I fucked up. I ain't gonna do that. I meant to bring out the other dragon. And now I protect myself from damage. And we're gonna use Protos. Smash that. Just enough to kill. We're gonna give him the overkill anyways. Put that finishing touch down there. So, just so you know, it's just good to be able to clear the story up. Obviously, it's best to do complete completion or full completion, but you'll see more of that on our Duel Academy account. Me and my Queen HD have a joint account. This is our account where we have our own personal flavor as gamers. You know, I'm a martial artist, so I love, and more specifically, Kung Fu. So I love all of the Kung Fu cards and these concepts, man. I love the concept that they have in Kung Fu. So this is pretty cool for me. The dragons, the 3 dragons. And it's funny because those are actually my 3 favorite colors. Red, green, and yellow. And they have been for a very long time. So I just love this. This is a pretty nice setup. So I will double check. I think that I told you guys that I will show you the deck list so you can see. I think there's a few things I needed to swap out though, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, so we need to take out one of these. I realized one of Hara, and we need to replace it. I don't remember what it was, but there was a card I knew I had to replace that with. Bear with me, guys. Now, this is a good card, right? Phoenix Wings Wind Blast. This card, one card, target one card, player control. So, we'll put this card in the deck. So I don't want to have a hand, but I'm stuck with this and the iris. And Protos. And then maybe one other card. That would be a really terrible hand. With no way to play this. Let me see something. If we could find a way to play this, maybe. We can tribute this card and one other monster, especially summon one Sacred Phoenix from your hand or deck. So that's a thing, right? That could work. You can target one level for a lower. Wait a damn minute. Now this would be pretty cool to run in my deck. but it's for its own shit. We'll do something else with that. Yeah, we'll do something else with that. During your standby phase, after this card was destroyed by a card effect. So we could say one of those. So you're putting in one of this. Just got one card from hand if you just press something on the phone. Except that, yeah, so that requires you to have that monster. This is pretty cool, but this right here you can just tribute. Right, so we want the hand of Nephthys. I'm gonna add that to the deck. And this is mostly so that this deck is entirely unique, so that no one else has this deck. That's ultimately the aim, so that it's not something. I mean, people can use it. I'm not trying to stop you from using the deck at all, but it's not something that you're just gonna see everyone using. You know, that's my thing with it. It's not just something you're gonna just see everybody running. If they use it, it's because they saw me use it. Right? We're gonna drop one Saruya. She's essential to the deck. Don't get it twisted. But what we added in was this monster, the Sacred Phoenix, and the hand of the Sacred Phoenix, which is essentially, yet again, me and my baby. If you notice, the decks I build have duality, and at its minimum, because it's always, I like teamwork, right? So it's, even if it's for something representing me by itself, it's gonna be two sides of how I move with stuff. Alright, so anyways, Jura Kung Fu is a form of martial arts that emphasizes the way of the phoenix. Second breath, so we capitalize on being able to use extreme endurance so that you can last longer than most people in combat. Alright, with that, there is practice of a few different arts. The first thing that you might go through is the elemental trainings, right? So you have earth, we got two Anharas, water. So this is the Tenyi. The Tenyi is in representation of the Kung Fu arts, right? The Tenyi spirits. For earth, Hungar. For water, Tai Chi. For fire, Shaolin. And for air or wind, Bagwaze. Alright? Now, that is the primary strategy of this deck, because that is the primary focus in the first stages of development. That's the first form of development you need to have and Jira Kung Fu. Understanding the way of Kung Fu itself, paying homage to the different arts that came before us, and understanding why the masters and grandmasters created these forms, katas, and routines, right? The different benefits that we gain from these things, right? But that is also where we get these cards, the Monk of the Tenyi, right? So the monk is in representation of the martial arts, right? But he's beginning to get more into the Kung Fu aspect. So you see his chi rising, right? As his chi rises, he gets more into the Kung Fu, and his form evolves, his chi evolves, his speed evolves, his power evolves, right? And so the inspiration behind him is the dragon, which is also true for me. The dragon inspired me. Bruce Lee is the dragon, right? Bruce Lee is the golden dragon. We all know this, right? So we got Bruce Lee, the golden dragon, right? We got Bruce right here. This is Bruce. Now you would think, well, his attack points is 0, you know, and his defense is 1,000. Let's look at this card. If this card is added to your hand except by drawing it, you can special summon it as a tuner, right? So if your deck is your brain, right? When you draw a card, that's a new idea. So if this idea was drawn to you, if you thought about this new idea, right, it can be special summoned and become a tuner and increase its level. So it automatically combines with something. That's Bruce Lee. The moment you think of Bruce, it's going to automatically upgrade whatever's going on. You feel what I'm saying? Quick effect. You can tribute this card, special summon 1 Tenpai Dragon monster from your deck except for Tenpai Dragon Genroku. Right? Also, you cannot special summon for the rest of this turn except dragon monsters. So it blocks you out of everything but dragons once you use that effect. So you gotta be careful when using that. But that's Bruce right there. The golden dragon. Behind him is the inspiration that he's given to me. Alright? You see the white, you see the green, and you see the red. Right? Those are the white, green, and red are the 3 dragons that we use as expressions as well, right? For Bruce, this is the 3 different ways that Bruce Lee inspired me. Alright, now, the first way, synchronicity. Okay, and because of it, the fire is a tuner, right? I learned how to be in sync with other people. Bruce Lee inspired Dragon Ball Z. Goku is, you know, living out Bruce Lee, and so Goku defeated his enemies and turned them into allies, man. I learned a lot from that. To be honest with you. Goku was really smart and powerful when it came to that. So that's Bruce Lee's story though. And so because of it, I play in that way with this. He comes out and he calls another monster from the deck, another dragon. Right? So it says a level 4 or lower fire dragon from the deck. It could be any fire dragon, but this deck is there's only the Tenpai dragons in this deck, right? So this dragon is a dragon of resurrection, And that's another thing that I learned from Bruce. This is why we have the second win in Jira Kung Fu. Because Bruce Lee, as you see throughout all of his Goku things and all of his videos when he's fighting and his movies and stuff like that, he's big on endurance. He's big on being able to survive, you know. Granted, he died, but he worked out rigorously, pardon, and made sure that, you know, he just always stayed in shape. He always stayed ahead of the game when it came to fitness and combat. So he stayed refreshed. He kept himself, you know, coming back. It's something I learned from him. Something that I keep with me. Also, he was very wise. So he was very philosophical. You know, he spoke a lot about the principles of Kung Fu and like the philosophies of Kung Fu, more so than the combat sequences and stuff like that. So he was really wise. So this is the wisdom that I feel like is added, right? Because this card right here is going to allow you to add a spell or trap, a Sangen spell or trap, you know. So it's giving us more information, it's giving us more wisdom, right? In which case we have this card, the field card, which is making sure that no one can stop the combos that we create while it's our turn. But that's about it. Yeah, we don't use it for too much beyond that. Just make sure that you cannot break the combo that we create with them during the main phase, right? Those dragons. Oh, pardon me, because this is more back on the Tenyi. So there's the martial arts part of it, but then I forgot about these two cards. But there's also the magical part of the art. Alright, so it's not just about punching and kicking. That's not what this fighting style is about. Alright, you need to also know how to use your mind and manipulate energies. Okay, and so that's a big part of what this is. And so we have a shaman, as you can see once again right here, right? Combined, you see the fighter, the shaman, and the dragon. Okay, the fighter, the shaman, and the dragon. That's the concept right there. Right now, from there we have another dragon, but not really a dragon, it's a worm. But we need to have a dragon-like boss. This was actually in the deck before the Tempires. The Tempires are the newest edition. Actually, pardon that. The newest edition is this Phoenix card that just got added. But prior to that, it was the Tempire. Alright, but Protos is a card that can shut down attributes. Okay, it can shut down a deck that is built based off of attributes. One of the reasons why this deck is not built off of attributes is because of that reason. It does focus on its own types though. It's type heavy in terms of the effect readings. So there's cards like Clockwork and DNA Surgery that can completely screw this deck up. It could stop pretty much every single effect that I would go for, and that is terrible, right? Because they call for certain cards, you know. But and there's not that many ways I can actually stop that. Now this right here, is two worms. Right, so if I don't get this out fast enough, you turn my monster into something else. I can't even link summon that. I can't do none of that. I could probably still go into some I can go into Mula Adhara or the Draco Berserker. Or Tenyi. So I got 3 options. I can go with this. So okay, so I'm not completely screwed if that happens. And this right here can, but it, you know, none of them can stop the opponent's spell or traps. So that right there might be a problem for me in the long run. Anyways, that's cool for right now. Alright, so that's that part when it comes to the martial art, when it comes to the Kung Fu part. Now when it comes to the weapon mastery, it is the sword. So we got the soul swords. Right? We got one of each element: water, wind, fire, earth. I know some people run 2 and 3 of these and all of that. As you can see, we have 3, so it's not a problem to have to put 3 of them in the deck. But we just don't need it. You know, we don't need it because it's just a splash. This is predominantly Kung Fu. There's a splash of weaponry if we are put in a tough situation. Right? If we're put in a bind, then we go for that. But for the most part, we just want to run that out. This card can be tributed with another monster to bring out the Phoenix. I don't know how that's going to play yet. That could have really slowed down the deck, adding those 2 cards, because we had to take away some of the power cards. But if this flows decently, this will be the main structure of this deck. We'll see how it goes. I like how it looks so far. And of course, you know, we got those dragons. They combine. We got the white and red. Then you add the green. And you have a 3-headed dragon. Alright. Transcendent dragon. But yeah, this is the deck structure, as you can see. Phoenix is also my name, as you can see. So we're back out of that. As you can see, look, Phoenix up top. Alright. So we gotta have the Phoenix within the deck, you heard? So it's stamped. Let's just try a random match and see how this shit goes. We'll do an online duel real quick. Majin Kochi. Now with those, I don't remember what those girls are, but it's one of these cheesy ass decks. This is easily one of these cheesy ass decks. I want to see what's the first thing they go for. Face down? Really? Alright, I gained 1,000 life points. They draw a card. Let's see. You got Exodia sleeves. So they paid the 2K. It is Toon World. Wow. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Toon World, really? I love this deck though. This shit is amazing. You end your turn? Oh. That face down card, you know, that face down card is, whatchamacallit? It's gonna be Toon Mask. Right? Because what he wanna do is make a copy of my monster. You're gonna bring out a Toon monster that's a copy of my monster, right? Alright, so look. Before we let him do that, we're gonna go ahead and heavy storm him. Oh, he had caught by the grave face down. Boy, that nigga was not playing. Damn. Some might forfeit off of that one. I ain't gonna hold you. Let's special summon. You gonna counter my effect? What's up? What's up? What's up? Come on, man. What you doing, man? You gonna counter my effect or what, boy? Oh, you gonna max see me? So you need to draw some cards. Alright, say that. Say that. See now, once I see him do that, I low-key know this nigga don't got nothing. I know he don't got nothing. Damn, but I gotta keep feeding him more cards. That's the only problem. I low-key have to because it's gonna be the only way. Unless he got a way to stop my hand. Cause I'm about to try to kill him this turn right now. He gotta stop my whole hand, you heard? But he might just draw cards to counter with. He's still drawing. I'm gonna go for Mula. I can't search because I got one monster in my grave, but I still think it's GG. Oh, I can. Or banish. Ooh, I thought it was only from the grave. What, nigga? That shit is broken. What? Yeah, you lost. You lost. Ashuna, go to the grave. Sangen. Play Sangen. Special summon from the grave. Well, you clip. He gonna forfeit. You can keep drawing cards. I don't give a damn about that. Alright, we're gonna go for this card. We're gonna put back this card. Cause hopefully I don't need to play anything. Oh shit, I might have fucked myself. Let's see. Nope, looks like I won. GG's, man. GG's. Now y'all see what this deck is all about, bro. I showed you one time for one time online, random person, don't know who this is. But we're gonna stop it right there because no matter what, we're pretty much calling for the same thing. Level 30, this is just to show you guys there's no cap. Level 30, right? Level 23. We just reached 23. New background, you feel me? We gotta change that picture. The knuckles is, I mean, the punching gloves is decent. Cause you know we about that kung fu, but it's kung fu, not boxing. So, you know. Anyways, let's get it, man. We did what we had to do. Make sure y'all subscribe to Stoner Gamer Girl. You feel me? On YouTube. And we love y'all. Enjoy the rest of your day. We up out of here, gang.